Welcome to this module on Introduction to Basic PC Components. In this lesson, we will explore the essential parts of a personal computer, including the components inside the system unit and the peripherals that make your PC functional. By the end of this module, you'll be able to identify each component, understand its role in the system, and appreciate how these parts work together to make a computer operate. Let's get started and discover the building blocks of your PC. Central Processing Unit, CPU. The CPU, often referred to as the brain of the computer, performs most of the processing inside a PC. It executes instructions from programs, performing calculations and managing data. Key points. Core. Modern CPUs have multiple cores, allowing them to perform multiple tasks simultaneously. Clock speed. Measured in gigahertz, it indicates how many cycles per second the CPU can execute. Cache. Small amount of very fast memory within the CPU to store frequently accessed data. Motherboard. The motherboard is the main circuit board that houses the CPU, memory, and other essential components. It provides the necessary connections and pathways for these components to communicate. Key points. Chipset. Determines compatibility with CPUs and other components. Slots and ports include slots for RAM, expansion cards, and ports for peripheral devices. Form factor. Common sizes include ATX, micro ATX, and mini ITX. This module includes the basic parts of the motherboard and their functions. Let's get started. CPU socket. The slot where the CPU is installed. The type of socket must match the CPU model. Memory, RAM, slots. These are the slots on the motherboard where the RAM, random access memory modules are installed. RAM temporarily stores data that the CPU needs to access quickly. More RAM and proper slot usage can improve system performance. Power connectors. Power connectors supply electricity from the power supply unit, PSU, to the motherboard and its components. It usually comes from the PSU as a 24-pin cable, sometimes 20 plus 4 pins for compatibility. Chipset. The chipset is a group of electronic components on the motherboard that controls communication between the CPU and other hardware. Acts as the traffic controller for data moving between the processor, memory, storage, and peripherals. Northbridge handles high-speed communication between the CPU, RAM, and the graphics card, either integrated or through PCIe. Southbridge handles lower-speed peripheral communication, such as USB ports, audio devices, SATA storage, and network interfaces. Expansion slots, where additional cards can be installed to add or enhance computer functionality, allows users to upgrade or expand capabilities like graphics, networking, or sound. PCIe, Peripheral Component Interconnect Express. Slots used for modern expansion cards like graphics cards, GPUs, sound cards, Wi-Fi cards, and NVMe storage adapters. PCI slots used for older network cards, sound cards, and TV tuner cards. Storage connectors are motherboard ports used to connect storage devices like HDDs and SSDs. SATA ports. These are rectangular connectors used to connect storage devices like HDDs or hard disk drives and SSDs or solid-state drives to the motherboard. Transfer data between the storage device and the system. M.2 slots. Compact slots designed for M.2 SSDs, including NVMe and SATA-based SSDs. Offers faster read and write speeds than traditional SATA drives, improving overall system performance. Front panel connectors. A cluster of pins on the motherboard where you connect the PC case's buttons, LEDs, and ports. It includes power switch, reset switch, HDD, power LEDs, front USB and audio headers. Memory. Random access. Memory, or RAM, is the primary memory used by the CPU to store data that is actively being used or processed. It is volatile, meaning it loses its data when the power is turned off. Key points. Capacity, measured in gigabytes, with typical sizes ranging from 4 gigabytes to 64 gigabytes or more. Speed, measured in megahertz, higher speeds can improve performance. Type. Common types include DDR4 and DDR5. Storage devices. Storage devices hold the computer's data, programs, and operating system. There are different types of storage devices, each with its characteristics. Types. Hard disk drive, HDD, uses spinning disks to read or write data, generally offers larger capacities at lower costs but slower speeds. Solid-state drive, SSD, uses flash memory to store data, much faster than HDDs, more durable, but typically more expensive. Graphics processing unit, GPU. The GPU handles rendering images, video, and animations. It is essential for gaming, video editing, and other graphics-intensive tasks. Some CPUs come with integrated graphics, while others require dedicated GPUs. Key points: dedicated versus integrated. Dedicated GPUs have their own memory, VRAM, while integrated GPUs share memory with the CPU. Performance, measured by factors such as core count, clock speed, and VRAM capacity. Thank you for watching this module on basic PC components. By now, you should have a clearer understanding of the core elements that make up a computer system and how these components interact to ensure optimal performance. Continue exploring our next modules to deepen your knowledge and enhance your skills in computer hardware and system maintenance.